All right, so let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk about crypto. Let's talk about the crypto markets in general. We're going to have a look at price. We're going to see if we're in a bear market. We're going to look at our levels, what to expect. Plus, we're going to be talking about altcoins. We will be talking about the altcoins that you mentioned and asked for in the previous video. So basically, we are going to have a look at Veracity, Supra, not going to look at Ubit because I don't want to do too many, Momo and meme coins generally, Solana, Cookie, Virtuals, and a couple more. So let's have a look what's going on till Christmas. I'll give you a long-term perspective for the holidays till the end of the year, or should I say potentially till the end of the year, because a lot can change till then, starting with Bitcoin. So this is our last Bitcoin chart here, and yes, I know this is messy, but bear with me, I'll clean it up for a second. But as you can see, we said the factor line called this range over here in the 4 hour, and we expected to trade within this range, which we have been doing. And we're waiting for a break either under the lower range at $80,000 psychological, or the higher part of the range, which is $92,000 psychological. So until then, we're playing in this range. Now, your first stop loss, if you got in for a trade over here, first of all, you should have took profits up here. You can actually see the SFP sell over here. If you missed that, then you have all the red sell signals over here. But this is your first stop loss right here, or just under 83,000. This is a warning sign. And if we break under 80,000 psychological and make this resistance, then we can expect our red line in the sand to actually break. What is the red line in the sand? It's very simple. That's where structure breaks. That's when you no longer have a higher low, and that's when you can actually say that you are in the bear market, not because of price, but once it gets under there, chances are it will move sideways and stay there for a prolonged period of time, meaning most people are going to get wrecked. Now, that said, does that mean you cannot make money in the bear market? No, not at all. You can make money in the bear market. As a matter of fact, we're going to be trading in the bear market. There are bear market rallies. We'll be using the factor line, and if you want to check out the factor line now, make sure you scan this code over here. It will take you to the page to check out what it's all about, or click the links in the description down below. To make this extremely short, extremely fast, the factor line comes with the invest, trade, and think like the crypto factor indicator. It's what we're using now. Course, along with the indicator, which is what we're using now. But yeah, I don't want to get too much into it. I want to get on with this video. I know it's important to you. I know there's a lot of people stressing out there. So we'll talk about the factor line another time. So we're basically trying to break out this range to see which direction this will take us. Are we going to have a Santa rally and continue to the upside, or are we going to go lower? And you can see that with the green line. Regardless, we have to watch the blue line over here, because that gives us a heads and shoulder potential, which is actually a top indicator. I have not seen any top indicators yet when it comes to Bitcoin. I know that sounds weird, I know that sounds crazy, but 30-40% drops are quite common in bull markets. Now, that said, yes, it is a significant drop. We have got under key levels, and we have to be careful because of the timing, because we're getting towards the end of the 4-year cycle, and if the 4-year cycle continues, then we should be entering a bear market. Yes, I get that. We've been saying this for the last couple of 2 years. Well, the two years we've been talking about this, that the top will probably be in end of 2025, beginning 2026. But that does not mean we don't expect a Santa rally or some sort of rally, and these can be quite aggressive. And also we want to see what happens. Is the 4-year cycle going to stick? Now, I'm playing the 4-year cycle until proven otherwise, but I'm expecting one more boost, if you will, to the upside to 100K, to 117K. We'll see where we'll get, which will give us that topping formation as well. So let's clear this up for you all. Let's just delete all these now. So this is the clean line, the clean factor line. The factor line gave you the range over here, told you to sell at the top of this range. As you can see, did not tell you to buy yet, but it's been giving you buy and sell signals within this range over here. Let's see how this plays out. If we go to the daily over here, you can actually see the factor line told you to sell right here, this SFP sell did not tell you to buy back, and as you can see, the trend is red. So you should wait until this gives you a buy signal or some sort of breakout, at least to the top side of this mid-range over here, which again, the factor line gave you. Let's just go to the hourly, see what's happening right now. And again, lower range. You can see we had the range over here. We're trading inside the range on the hourly, broken down, came to retest, but looks like a fake out, but it's still in this range of the factor I gave you. So there's a lot of choppiness, and we actually expected this. We actually talked about this. But again, you shouldn't worry unless we break under this $80,000 level over here, in my opinion, depending on when you got in. If you watch this channel, then you know that you bought here, so you could have been taking profits and buying the lows every single time we talked about this. But yeah, under this $80,000 level, if that becomes resistance, then it might be an issue. And again, just to clarify, the big red line in the sand is the lows over here. Anything over $74,000 or 73,000, let's call it 74,000 psychological. Anything over that is just a higher low on the weekly or the long-term time frame. So that's my view. That's my view. We are not in a bear market just yet, although we are dangerously close to one. You can see it here on the weekly chart. Oh, but we do have something that just happened here on the factor line. So look, the factor line on the weekly, and I wasn't expecting this, just turned red. So this is actually now in danger zone. We have to hold this position here. We have to hold 80K. We have to make, we have to go up significantly very fast. We need to move up, guys. This is not good. Weekly red is not a good sign. It doesn't mean that we're in a bear market. It doesn't mean that we're definitely going to go down. We're watching these levels, but this just amplifies everything. This just tells you that if we break this, we're definitely going to go down lower, the probabilities anyway. And to be quite honest with you, my line in the sand right now would be 80,000 psychological. If you want to be more conservative, then your line in the sand would be around 82. So I would watch this level. So we're going to do another live stream to talk about this, because it is interesting. Look, this is the cup and handle which we called. We broke up, came down, broke up, came down. Are we going to go up, right, and continue to the upside, maybe making a double top or a heads and shoulders here? Right, that could actually reject at this point. We have to see what's going to happen. But this weekly on the red, on the factor line, yeah, it's getting heated. So be careful. Watch your coins. I don't think altcoin's a very good idea right now. Of course, we got to see what happens. This is not like a get out completely, whatever. There's a top, but I would definitely watch. I would definitely pay attention to this. And depending on your strategy, if you're a day trader, swing trader, so on, you need to act accordingly. Looking at the crypto bubbles, we're in the red. We are seeing some on the daily go up here. Let's look at these individually. On some of these, I'm going to look at the factor. These are our altcoins, by the way. We also holding these ones over here. Kopi just going crazy. Don't know why. But I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining because we are holding it. But yeah, we've been holding it for a while, so I don't know what it's going to be at right now. But yeah, these are the altcoins on the daily. Even though it's red, we are seeing some outliers. Altcoins want to run. Look, guys, altcoins want to run, especially our narrative altcoins and privacy and perpetual dexes and a couple of more AI and so on. They want to run. They're just waiting for permission from Bitcoin. Does that make sense? So we got to see what happens here. Let's have a look at the ones that you guys asked about. Now here we have Veracity. I'm not even going to look at this on the factor line. It's right now we need to at least get above 0.100252 to even look at this. Let's look at the weekly. Look, guys, no, I wouldn't get into Veracity. I told you guys to get out a long time ago. You want it to break above this level here before I even look at it. Let's go to all-time chart. Yeah, I wouldn't even look at this. Yeah, just remember 0.000033. If it doesn't break above that, there's no point even looking at Veracity. Super just took a massive dive on the daily. Let's look at the weekly. Not looking very good, to be quite honest with you. This was a very good RWA play, but RWA is not really working right now. So I would only look at this at 0.0018. I would not look at it till then. The markets are really, they're not structured for these altcoins right now. Look at this. If it starts going up and you buy it here or even a little bit higher, then you're looking at an altcoin rally, then you're looking at all-time highs, maybe to challenge them, maybe beyond. But right now, Supra is not something I'll be looking at. Now, I do have some Supra because I had a location with Supra. I fully disclosed that. I was one of the early people to get in, took profits on Supra. I've been telling you that. And right now, I have some Supra left, which I'm just holding because at this point, there's no point selling. But that's what's going on with Supra right now. Looking at Cookie, looks a little bit better. Let's look at the weekly. Again, on the weekly, I wanted to break 0.049. Let's call it 50 cents. I wanted to break above 50 cents to even start looking at this. And if it breaks 50 cents, then we can wait for the next break of 60 cents. Very easy play, actually. Let me take that back. I mixed a little bit the numbers up a little bit. Go back to the monthly, 0.060, not 60, okay? So there's a bit of a stretch. And then you can see it right here. If it breaks 0.060, if you want to be a little bit more conservative, you want it to break 10 cents, okay? But generally speaking, it looks like shit on the all-time chart. Let's not kid ourselves. But only down 55% compared to other altcoins. Look, Cookie does have some power in it, but it's not worth getting into right now. Definitely not on the yearly. I wouldn't get into it until we break. Yeah, I'd call that 0.060 at least, if anything. And then I would even reevaluate and wait to buy higher. So these altcoins that we're talking about right now, not worth getting in my opinion, unless you're day trading, unless it's a short-term trade, you're waiting for this rebound rally, then maybe you want to get into Cookie. There is a case for that, as it's showing signs of life, but I wouldn't stay into it long-term until that confirms, if that makes sense. Looking at Avantis, this is a perpetual DEX narrative, but again, right now, I wouldn't be getting into it until it breaks 35 cents. Wouldn't touch it. Let me just confirm that. All right, if you want to be a little bit more risky, you'd wait for 30 cents psychological, but I'd wait for 35 cents. No point getting in now, in my opinion. Solana, let's look at Solana on the factor line because that makes more sense. Sol USDT. Ooh, okay. So, sorry about that. Let me just delete that. So on Solana, we actually called this red line over here. We said this, if this doesn't hold, you should sell. And yeah, there you go. The factor line just turned red. Now, again, this is still a higher low, right? So technically, we need to bounce from here because this could be a fake out. You might see something like this if we do go up. But you would be taking profits right here. Definitely, I wouldn't wait for all-time highs. I'd be starting taking profits getting out even before here. And then as we're going up, I'd probably have some left over and see if there's a continuation in the markets. But generally speaking, factor line just turned red on Solana. This is the weekly chart. Let's look at the daily chart. Yeah, this needs to get back into this range we called fast. Because if this becomes resistance, which it's about to do, the factor line gives us a line in the sand on its own at 121, by the way. Under 121, I would get out, and I would get back in only if it makes this support. And right now, I'd be looking at this as a hawk. Now, my long-term positions, which is in my hard wallet, I'm just not going to touch those. I didn't touch them last time either. I just took profits on Solana anyway on the way up, so I'm okay with Solana. But yeah, we got to see this continuation. Look if we are going to have a Christmas rally, see what happens with Solana, if that makes sense. By the way, if you are watching this video and you want to see other coins, comment down below which coins you want to see for the next video, and I'll try and cover them, or most of them, either live or in another video. These are important times. I want to be with you. So go ahead, just comment down below which coins you guys want me to see, and I'll pick a few. Plus, if you can, I would really appreciate if you like this video and subscribe down below and hit the bell notification button. I would really appreciate that as well, so I could be motivated to make more videos, more live streams, and get more information to you as well, if that makes sense. And that helps the channel out a lot. So thank you. I really appreciate if you do that. If you don't, that's okay. I'm still going to give you the information. You don't have to leave. Stick around. Let's talk. So virtual protocol is another one we can look at, which doesn't look good. The factor line told us to get out a while ago over here. It's a clear exit. We're close to the line in the sand. It's not even close to the line in the sand. It's the lows. If it doesn't bounce here, and it doesn't break above here, I wouldn't even look at this. So wait for a dollar to break. If it doesn't break a dollar, or sorry, 10 cents, or was it a dollar? Anyway, if it doesn't break up from here, I wouldn't even look. I wouldn't even look at it, and I wouldn't look at it until this turns red. As a matter of fact, I'd be looking to get out and get into stronger coins, maybe Zcash, maybe Bitcoin or something like that, so you can at least hold something. Zcash is more of a risk play, but it's a privacy play. Or maybe you can get into something that you want to get into long term. Maybe Solana looks better in this case, but still, even that looks like shit. I do want to look at Ethereum as well. I know nobody asked for it, but I want to look at Ethereum and see what that's doing, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, Ethereum, the factor line gave us a new range over here. Let me just, so yeah, the factor line told us to get out a while ago. It stayed red since, almost had a bounce, stayed red, but gave us a new range to watch. Let's just delete all this so we can have a little bit of a better, so yeah, so it gave us a new range to watch. So we're watching this range as a hawk. If this breaks under this range, you're out, that's it. There may be support over here, but I wouldn't risk it. I wanted to reclaim the mid of this range at least, and I wanted to break the upside. So I wouldn't get into Ethereum right now, but it does look like it's at least trading in this range if you want to swing trade or day trade this. And yeah, this is a perfect top right here. Let's look at this candle. Plus above the previous bottom of the range over here. The factor line does all this for you. If you take my course, Invest, Trade, and Think, like the crypto factor, you can just glance at these charts. You look at the candle, you look at the previous range, you look at this range, and there's a way to look at all this TA. I'm just doing a technical overview for you here. Obviously, I'm not doing technical analysis. That takes a lot of time. But if you want to learn technical analysis and you can't afford the course for whatever reason, just check out my free masterclass on candles, okay? My free masterclass on candles. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to give me your email. You don't have to do anything. You just click the video, link to the description down below. I'll just put free candle masterclass and you can watch it, okay? Just watch it, learn how to do TA. Most people use candles wrong or they're not using them at all when it comes to cryptocurrency. Please, please, please watch that video. It will really, really help you. And I will also link it at the end of this video. Let's carry on with our TA. As a matter of fact, you know what? Wait, give me 1 second. I'm going to put a QR code here as well so you can scan with your phone. Scan this QR code here so you can see the free masterclass. Again, no sign up required. No give me your email. Just watch that masterclass, get some value, and then if you do get value, then you can continue. So let's look at Momo. Somebody mentioned it. Look, there's no point. There's no point looking at any meme coins right now like Momo if it doesn't break at least this top over here. 0.013. If you want to be riskier, maybe 0.0092, whatever that is. I would not be looking at meme coins right now, guys. Like, there are some basic meme coins that I'm holding. Obviously, I am holding a few meme coins, but I'm not too fond of holding meme coins right now. I'm holding Snack, Brett, Doge, I'm not even holding Doge anymore because we got out, but Pengu, I'm holding these meme coins and that's it, right? And right now it's not, I know they were green, but look at this. It's like right now is Bitcoin only, maybe some big coins, maybe some narrative plays like Zcash, maybe some privacy coins, maybe some Aster decks, you know, for the perpetual decks, but basically narrative, but basically you don't want to be holding, you just don't want to be holding altcoins right now, or at least very few of them, mostly Bitcoin if anything, and wait for that rally. You can always buy back higher. And again, I go through that in my course and everything, which is also linked down below. So that said, that's what I'm seeing today. This is what you want to be looking at. No, we are not in a bear market. Yes, we are close to a bear market. Yes, it's getting more dangerous because now the weekly turned red. We have to watch this like a hawk. Make sure you don't miss further videos by subscribing down below and hitting the bell notification button. And make sure you watch this free masterclass on candlestick trading next. You want to watch this. You want to learn. Believe me, it's going to change your life when it comes to trading crypto. Whether you're advanced, whether you're new, make sure you watch this video completely free, and I will see you in that video.